funding for basketball by Sport England could be brought up in Parliament. An online petition has been started asking for Commons debate on January the 28th, just 2 days before an appeal hearing into the funding decision. Well, our reporter Steve Lee is at the home of the basketball team at Leicester Riders. Steve.
Yes, I'm here for the Leicester versus West Bromwich Academy match at the moment, which is going on behind me. And with me is Russell Levenston, the general manager of Leicester Tigers. This funding cut is a real big issue in basketball in Britain at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a massive issue, obviously, for all the young British players coming through, which obviously we've been the second most participated sport in England. It's a massive thing, inspiration-wise, for these players to look up to these GB players at the Olympics was massive this summer, and without this funding, it's going to really affect the sport moving forward.
You're already getting a petition going. I know you had one last weekend at the BB final when you played Newcastle. How is the petition going, and how many more signatures do you need to raise this as an issue in the Commons?
Well, the petition has really just started. We obviously launched it last Sunday at the BBL Cup final, and also we sent out a press release yesterday about it as well, and we're really driving that forward. We need to get to 100,000. Obviously, go to fundbritishbasketball.com, sign the petition, because we need your support. We need everybody in the basketball community, anybody who cares about basketball, to get behind the sport.
A lot of these lads that play basketball are from fairly deprived areas. It's their only chance, really, of making it in the sport of their choice. It seems very hard on them, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. Obviously, it's a big sport for us in Leicester, especially the inner city. Getting young people playing, getting them off of the streets in the evenings, getting them playing sport. Also, it's a massive motivation into education as well. We have a big academy up at Loughborough as well that players are coming through. We've got about 250 elite male and female players now up at the academy, with hopefully the ambition to be professionals, but also to play for their country, GB.
You've got a lot of young kids here later on. It's a development day, so you've got 30 or 40 young kids, 8, 9, 10, that sort of age, and you want to catch them young, don't you?
Yeah, that's a key audience for us. 75% of our audience is very much a family audience with children aged sort of 6 to 14. So one of the things we do every single game is we have anything from sort of 40, 50 to 150 children come in, participate in the sport, they get something to eat, and then they stay and watch the Leicester Riders professional team, so that hopefully that can inspire them to get more involved and participate more in sport, especially basketball.
The funding issue, a lot of the hard way of looking at it is the fact that you didn't win anything medal-wise at the Olympics, and therefore you will be seen as, or perceived as, an unsuccessful sport.
Yeah, obviously that's one of the things, but obviously this is the first UK sport funding that basketball's had for a long, long time. And obviously they did beat countries like China. They just missed out by beating Spain, who were silver medalists, by 1. So obviously the impact that the sport's made in that Olympics and also the success of it at the Summer Olympics is massive. And obviously we're trying to inspire a generation, and we need the sport to be funded by UK sport.
Okay, Russell, thanks very much indeed. So that's the situation here as the Leicester Riders Academy team take on the West Bromwich Academy team. A very noisy game going on. We'll be back here later on with more on the basketball situation, especially with the young lads who are part of the development squad.